Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today I'll be looking at the OG Condor build. So we've got the two Howlers and the singular Screamer. All three are Mark II obviously. I could run the Sport build, but I don't have any leveled, so there's not much point in running that. My Condor is also Mark II. My Sport Wave, not leveled at all. But I mean, I guess it does give us that little bit of extra damage that does grey damage too because of its built-in weapon. And my pilot, nothing to talk about. I didn't really I don't want to invest in this guy. I'd rather invest in this, but even then, I don't really want to invest in a Condor at this late stage, mainly because I want to save my stuff for investing in the newer stuff. Module wise, we've got the Raider pathway. I've got the integrated power unit, increasing damage from built-in weapons, and the nuclear amp. I could run the onslaught unit and the Titan Slayer, because the Condor, similar to the sword with the Raider pathway, almost is like it's built to be a Titan Slayer. Now, I don't remember what the Condor was like in its prime, because I only started playing, I think, after it got nerfed for the first time in its update. I might have started playing during the Dux update. It was around the Dux Condor time. But yeah, we don't have any of the other permanent effects unlocked, so it's just the Raider pathway and the base pathway. Now, about the Condor's ability, so it'll go into flight and it gets physical shield, and when the physical shield is destroyed, it regenerates regular and grey HP. The thing is, so it's not as good now from what I've seen, but on release, it was absolutely disgusting. You break those shields and the Condor was going to basically be a max HP. It was almost impossible to kill while it was in flight. Then, on top of those shields that it gets, it also has a built-in weapon that it has a, how do I put it? It's like the Howlers, the Howler and Screamers, the sonic weapons, except it's a constant beam that does damage and grey damage, is the notable part about that. It's amazing against stuff like the Rex. I have noticed, mainly because of that grey damage, so you don't get the effects of the DOT on the Rex. Your HP is just gone, and you can't heal it back. And on that note, let's go into the first match and test to see how well the OG Condor build does. Alright, loading into our first match here, we do have the city map. Zavrix knows all the map names. I think it's Shenzhen or something. I don't know them. The Condor, in my opinion, doesn't really have a good or a bad map. It's decent in most maps. The only one I would say that it's possibly bad on is Yamantau, the snow map, and that's just simply because, obviously, it's a sniper's map. Now, we did already get a sand drop kill. That's quite nice. The Howler and Screamers are still very strong robots. Okay. I hate the kill so much. Absolutely god-awful mothership to go up against. Alright, loading in here. This map's okay for the Condor. Snipers are a potential issue on this map, but definitely better than Yamantau. We have almost a full... Okay, he's tanking. That's fantastic. I thought we were going to have almost a full Steel Strix, and I was going to be happy. But no, we have a tanker, which is fantastic. It's never nice having tankers on your team, you know? Because it's essentially a 5v6. One of the main problems with the Condor is that it's so unbelievably squishy. Alright, loading in, we've got the city map again. We have, wow, that's a disgusting Rex. Double Terran and two, I think they're the igniters of those ones. Oh yes, we've got the Rex coming. Oh no. No. Alright, loading into this map once again. I'm gonna have to be sad if we get taken out by Boomskin. This might be a rough match. We have a lot of old builds. They don't look particularly strong either. Pushing out way too far. Alright, loading into another match here. The Leo, Retro Reaper, a Rex, a Baglior, and I'm not sure what that small one is. Let's not go over there. The Condor is just, it's crazy squishy now. It's really, really difficult, in my opinion at least, for me to do much. Because it's so squishy. If you're not in flight, you are basically going to die. Like right here. Oh, this Condor is actually kind of tanky. Yep, and that Condor is definitely not going to target me. He is in fact going to target me. And I'm probably going to die here. Yep. He has a Mark III Condor though. Alright. So, I'm going to say it now. Frankly, the Condor is god-awful. Maybe it's just the way I play the Condor, but it's just so squishy. It is unbelievably squishy. If you're not in flight, you're basically dead the second anything goes for you. And even in flight, it's not exactly hard to kill a Condor. The Howler Screamers, great weapons still. They aren't bad. They're very good. The Condor itself, though, is just not that good, especially not when it's below Mark III, not without a heavily invested pilot. It's just not going to be good free-to-play. It won't be good free-to-play. It just cannot hold up with today's meta, and frankly, I don't think it's worth investing in if you are not some form of pay-to-win. I only have an invested Condor because I actually got the Condor, I think the update after it came out, and it was still really strong back then. But now it's just not good. It's not worth investing in. It's not worth your time, especially if you don't have the resources to just be investing in anything. If you have to be focusing on a certain robot at a time, I would much highly, what am I saying? So I would highly recommend something like an Amugi or a Skyros beacon runner builds. If you did manage to get a Kaji or a Rex by now, one of those two. A Baglior is a fantastic robot to be investing in simply because of the slots it has, and it's not exactly squishy. It can be actually made pretty tanky. The Condor, however, is just not anywhere near where it used to be. It is simply just not worth investing in a Condor anymore. Thank you for watching and seeing how awful the Condor is these days. I hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you in the next one.